Okay, so I've just got a couple of quick tips on how to do these valve springs, etc., using the rope method. Got my rope stuffed into the cylinder. I've got my tool here. So I've done this cylinder, this cylinder, this cylinder, and now I'm about to do this one. It's quite tricky. Let me just remove this cloth. So you've got access to the keepers in there. But what I've done is I've put this rag here, because once I push this down and the valve retainer releases the keepers, on this first cylinder I didn't do it, the keepers popped out and they could go flying absolutely anywhere. So what I've done is I've cut up a piece of rag and I've blocked absolutely every single orifice in the head. Apart from the cylinder that has a rope in it, they all still have the spark plugs in there, because whatever you do, you don't want to drop one of the keepers down inside the engine. So I've got my tool here for winding this thing down. When I first started, I just used the ratchet, because the first one I did, it didn't want to release the retainer and the keepers, and you don't want to be pushing down with a motorized tool and then bend a valve, obviously. So I've stuffed my little rag in there so the keepers can't pop out of that thing, and so we'll just okay, so these ones aren't going to go. I'm just going to take my rag out and have a look. It's making contact. I'll just put my rag back in and I'll start now using the hand tool. Nope, doesn't want to go. So what we need to do is back it off. Back it off and adjust, because this thing doesn't necessarily push down at the exact right angle. So I'm just going to push it around and I'm going to put my rag back in so that they don't pop out and escape. We're going to try again. All right, so I'm going to keep trying with this. You have to be very careful that you don't bend a valve. But normally, when they're being good, when you wind that down, you'll hear a pop, and the retainers will pop out. You then grab them with a small magnet like this. Wind your tool back, do what you need to do. So I'm changing the valve stem seals. And then to put them back in, what I use is I've got this really sticky grease, and I put it on the inside of each retainer, and I use my tweezers to place the retainers in place, and then I push them around with a pick till they're up against the face of the valve, and then I slowly bring the retainer up around the keepers, and if you've done it all well, it won't push the keepers out of the way, and it'll stay there. So yeah, if you found that helpful, give us a like. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and thanks for watching. Also, if you want to see more of my crappy videos, click subscribe, or just click subscribe anyway, because it really helps. Thanks for watching. Pray for me.